Hello everybody, Z3KO Trinity here. I am doing a book review on Stay Out of the Basement. This was one of my favorite Goosebumps episodes of all times, so I was really looking forward to reading this book. And it didn't disappoint me. It was awesome. I love this book so much. I figured that there might be some differences, and God, there was a major difference. Jesus. But I'm not going to say what the difference is, because in case if someone hasn't seen the episode nor has read this book, it might spoil it for them. But I'm going to cut the episode in half and do like a spoiling afterward, which is going to be my thought of. But anyway, this book was excellent. You need to read it. You need to watch the episode because they're so much similar. They were like neck and neck similar to each other. And I really, really loved it. Like, this book was amazing. For it to be in his second book with the Welcome to Dead House, and then go to this one is by far a lot better than that one. I love the characters. I love Margaret. I think she was awesome. I love her brother Casey. He reminded me of me a lot when I was a kid. Margaret's friend was a little dull but kind of funny, which reminds me of some of my friends. I know you're watching. But anyway, just the characters were so cool. The mom it was really sad for the mom because I kind of know what she's going through with like a sister being sick. No, I don't have a sister nor brother being sick. But I know people who their brothers and sisters are going through a lot of stuff right now. So, yeah, I kind of understand how their mom would feel and want to take off to be with them. But the dad in this book was such an amazing, scary character. Just for his metamorphosis of just the beginning of him being pissed off. Stay out of the basement, goddammit! And then just growing and growing with leaves on his head, with eating plant food. Just the metamorphosis was just so freaking scary reading this book. I mean, not me because I'm an adult right now, but if I was a kid reading this, I'd have been like... But in the episode, I know one of the scariest moments of the episode for me when I was a kid was seeing the plant open up and it had that face inside that big pod plant. When I was a kid watching that episode, that freaked me out extremely bad. But I enjoyed the story. This book ended exactly how the episode ended. There was a major change. But like I said, I'm going to get to that when I cut the video in half. But this book definitely deserves 5 out of 5 stars. It was amazing. Let's see what the back of it says. Dr. Brewer is doing a little plant testing in his basement. A little plant testing in his basement. Nothing to worry about. Harmless, really. But Margaret and Casey Brewer are worried about their father, especially when they meet some of the plants he is growing down there. Then they notice that their father is developing plant-like tendencies. In fact, he is becoming distinctly weedy and seedy. It is just part of their father's harmless experiment. Or has the basement turned into another little shop of horrors? Which is also a good movie. And the front cover is badass. Like, of a Goosebumps book, it is badass. But yeah, 5 out of 5. This book is excellent. It's right with the episode. If you've seen the episode and have not read this, you're going to enjoy this. There is a few little differences here and there, but nothing major. The only major difference is at the ending. But you're going to have to find that out if you have not read this book. That's my review right now. I'm going to do a spoiler right after I say this. So if you want to continue watching to spoil it for yourself, go right ahead. If you've already seen it or read the book, you can continue watching. But if not, I'll see you guys in the next video. So for the major spoiler, the very big change that it had in there was in the show, she had like that plant sprayer, like weed killer, and when she found out that he was like, Princess, Princess, I love you, and she sprayed the other guy, she's like, fuck your shit, son. I was like, man, that's pretty cool. But in this book, as I'm reading, he like freaking grabs an axe and she takes the axe, and I'm like, shit, they're gonna axe him to death. Holy shit. I was like, wait, as I was reading, I was like, she's gonna pick up the sprayer any minute now. And they kept talking about the axe, and then finally it got to that point, and I was like, oh shit, they're gonna axe him to death. Nice. But another major detail in the episode, that's how she was able to tell the difference. He called her Princess, where the other one just played out Margaret. Margaret, don't do that, Margaret. But in this book, she had to make sure that she wasn't killing the right one, or wasn't going to kill the wrong one. So she literally stabs the dude that came out of the closet, and he's like, oh shit, bitch, you crazy bitch. And he started bleeding, and she saw that it was like red blood, so she's like, haha, he's my father. And so she like hands him the axe, and he's just like, cheese. He like hacks the dude in the face, splits him in half. He looks through him like, here's Johnny. And the dude just like dies. But as he died, they looked inside of him, and he had no organs, no nothing like that. It was just like plant stalk. Just all plant like. And that was pretty badass for a book, you know, for a children's horror story. That was really cool. But the very ending really did freak me out, even in the episode where she's going to tie her shoes and the plants start rubbing up on her, and they're like, Margaret, I'm your father, Margaret, I'm your father. Luke, I am your father. This was such a great story. I really did enjoy reading this one. The next book I'm going to be reading is The Night of the Living Dummy Part 1. I'm going to try to pay real close attention to it as I'm reading, because they've never made it into an episode of Goosebumps, and I want to see if I can come up with a reason why not. I read that one once before. That was one of the only two that I've read when I was a kid, but I do not remember it whatsoever. And I wasn't even too sure that it even had Slappy in it. I'm pretty sure it had a different dummy in it, but I could be wrong. Like I said, last time I read it, I was like 6 or 5 in kindergarten. So we had to do book reports, and I just chose that one because I liked scary things. So, but anyway, that was my review for this book, the Stay Out of the Basement, which I think is one of the coolest titles to a book/story ever. I love that. Most people stick with like The Basement, or The Father, or The Father of the Basement. But this one's really cool. It's like Stay Out of the Basement. Like if I had no knowledge of what this book or this series was about, and I saw a green hand reaching out from the door and it said Stay Out of the Basement, I would immediately pick this up and read it, because that immediately draws your attention, I think. I'm not going to drag this out. It's my bedtime. I have to get up early and go to work now. But I will see you guys in the upcoming video. Let me know what you think of this video. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Give me a thumbs down if you didn't. Bastards. But in all seriousness, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, the next book review I'll be doing is Night of the Living Dummy 1. I'll see you guys in the next upcoming video. Dooskies.